Hi, I'm Jerry Palazzolo, founder and president of Catholic Healthcare International, and welcome to another discussion of responding to the call of Padre Pio. Each week I will share with you a brief 5-minute discussion on one aspect related to Padre Pio, his amazing Home for the Relief of Suffering hospital, and our vision and work to replicate that hospital as a model of Catholic healthcare delivery and medical education here in the United States. Today I want to share with you a discussion about what we call the Casa difference. What makes the Casa different from other hospitals, and why would we want to emulate that here and other areas around the world? I want to take you back to the origins of our collaboration with the Casa back in 2008, when a young medical student named Nicole Shirilla, who is now a palliative care physician practicing in Ohio, and who is also, for many years, a member of our Catholic Healthcare International board. When Nicole was a medical student at a secular medical school, they were required to do a medical school project, like many are. And believe it or not, this secular school allowed Nicole to go over to San Giovanni Rotondo in the summer of 2008 and to test out her hypothesis that the mission and charism of Padre Pio has a measurable impact on the outcomes and quality and delivery of care that the staff provide to the patients there. So Nicole went over there. She spent the summer and she interviewed dozens of the hospital staff, from the physicians to the administrators to the unit staffs, the nurses, the technologists, the dietary people, the housekeeping people, everybody. She did a cross-section interview of all of the staff. And I want to share with you 4 outcomes from questions that she asked. The first 2 I want to share relate to the mission of the hospital. Now, this is really very interesting for you to put into context, because truly, the hospital does not have a formal mission statement. We know it's the home for the relief of suffering. We know how Padre Pio wanted it to be the hands of Jesus. He wanted the staff to be the hands of Jesus, providing care to the suffering and wretched Jesus, the twice Jesus as he called him. But they don't have that written down as a mission statement. Yet, the staff knew in their minds what the mission of the hospital was. So the first question that I want to share with you was, how consistent is the work of the hospital with its mission? 88% of the staff said that it was completely or fairly consistent, that the work of the hospital is consistent with its mission, even though they don't have a written mission statement. They know what they're supposed to be doing, and it is successful in what they do. The second mission-related question I want to share is, does the mission directly influence the way you care for patients? Again, really interesting. 84% of them said yes, it does. It directly impacts the way I care for patients. And that, don't know what it is, don't have a written statement. They do know what it is, actually. And it is to be the hands of Jesus, providing the relief of suffering in the home for the relief of suffering, for their guests, as Padre Pio always would call the patients and everything. Very interesting results from those. 2 other things I want to share with you is the question, does my work contribute to the overall success of the hospital? Now, I will tell you, when you get in 1,000-bed hospitals over here in the United States, few people really believe that their work really directly contributes to the success of the hospital, or at least personally, they don't necessarily feel that way. 100% of those questioned believed that their work, their personal work, contributes to the overall success of the hospital. That is amazing. That is what is so important when you get people who really understand the mission and who really reflect the mission in their work. So that's incredible. The final thing I want to share with you is, does the Casa provide care that is different from other hospitals? Again, 87% said the care provided at our hospital, the Casa Hospital, Padre Pio's hospital, is very different from the care provided at other hospitals around Italy and around the world. There's something very special that Padre Pio created over there. We're emulating that here, we're replicating it, and we're going to work with other hospitals to emulate that charism also in the way care is delivered in medical education for physicians and formation. Thank you very much for joining me today to learn more about the Casa difference and in responding to the call of Padre Pio. Please come back and join me next week where we'll have another discussion. Please go to our website, support us in prayer, support us financially if you're able, and join our global Eucharistic Adoration program. Thank you very much. God bless you, and we'll see you next week.